Today I'm making my spiced chocolate Guinness cupcakes and they are magnificent. They are, I would safely say, the best cupcake I have ever eaten. They're a bit of a mixture. They've got a slight spiciness. This comes almost like a subtle gingerbready spice, which complements the Guinness and those sort of molassy rich flavours that Guinness has. Then it has a frosted top, so it resembles a pint of Guinness, and they are so moist. And it's got a chocolate element as well, but it's not a rich, deep chocolate. It's again just subtle, and it just works and complements the Guinness so well. So we'll get things underway. First up, I have 175 grams of plain flour, and to this I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of baking powder, and I want half a teaspoon of bicarb, just a pinch of fine sea salt, and now for the spices. I want a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, just the merest pinch of ground cloves. It's very strong. Too much and it'll be like a trip to the dentist. And a teaspoon of ground ginger. Just give these a quick mix together just to disperse all those spices. And that's my dry ingredients done, so we'll get on with the wet now. I have some Guinness here that I just poured out and let settle a little. This isn't really, you don't really need to do this, it just makes it a lot easier to measure when it's flat. So I want 150 mils. And then again, this just complements the flavours of the Guinness. I want 2 tablespoons of black treacle. I really love the deep, dark flavours that it imparts. Next I have 125 grams of butter, which I have melted and just allowed to cool slightly. 100 grams of castor sugar. I know this isn't a wet ingredient, but I like to add it into, I always like to add my sugar into my wet ingredients because I find it melts into the cake much better. 70 mils of sour cream. This really helps keep them really moist. And 2 eggs. Just give these a quick whisk together. I'm ready to combine my dry ingredients and my wet ingredients together, so just pour one into the other. I know this isn't very attractive at this stage, but just you wait and see. I've just realised I've almost forgot my chocolate element, so you need 25 grams of cocoa powder as well. Normally, of course, I would add this with the dry ingredients and stir it in, but I forgot. Time to fill our cupcake tray. And I like to use an ice cream scoop when doing cupcakes. I find 1 scoop is the perfect amount of batter. And that's it, my cupcake cases are filled. So these just need to go into a preheated 180-degree oven for 18 minutes. Now that my cupcakes are cooling, I can get on with the icing, and that's simple. I need 150 grams of very soft butter. You don't want it melted, otherwise you'll end up with greasy cupcakes, but you do want it very soft so that you can cream it. And by creaming it, I mean just mixing it until it is pale and fluffy. So that's it, that's the consistency you want there for when something is creamed. You can see it's changed colour slightly. And then I need a lot of icing sugar, 300 grams. And unfortunately, it does need to be sieved, otherwise you'll have a lumpy icing. I'd even rather dry the dishes than do the sieving. Quick mix again. I just like to do this in stages so that I don't cover everything in the kitchen, including myself, in the sugar. We'll go the rest this time. Just have a bit of a wipe down. And I want a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I do as well sometimes if I'm making these for adults. I will use a couple of tablespoons of Baileys instead, and then you really get that vanilla toned top, just like a pint of Guinness. Better start off in a low speed because I have a lot of sugar here. And to balance all that sweetness, I have some cream cheese, 200 grams of it here, and it must be at room temperature as well, otherwise you'll just never get it to blend correctly. This really brings balance, the tanginess of the cream cheese, balances all that sugar. And that's it, that's the icing done. Delicious. Bag here, fitted with a star-shaped nozzle. And I find this the easiest way of filling a piping bag, is to just put it into a jug or something. Squeeze it down the bag. There we go, and we're ready to get a frosting. Just give a little squeeze in the center and then all around. I'm sure you'll do a much better job at this than me. I am probably one of the worst pipers ever. And there we have it, guys, that is my spiced chocolate Guinness cupcakes. And just look at how great do they look. I should mention as well, just in case you don't have a piping bag and nozzle, these are great too. Just make the icing and everything the same and spread it on with a palette knife or a small spatula, and it'll even look more so like a pint of Guinness. For the full recipe, please check out the link in the description box below. And guys, I hope you'll give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and above all else, thanks for watching.